Hello, everyone. This is the Fallout from Dishonor podcast YouTube channel. I am your host of the main podcast, Russell. I've got something a little bit different for you guys today. I haven't done any unboxings or anything on this channel. I have some plans to do a few things like that, along with maybe some book reviews, and actually, this fat stack of championship belts right here, which I won from WrestleRumble.com. Entered one of his contests and won them. Obviously, they're already unboxed, but I have plans to go through those and just kind of show you what they are and all that goodness. But that's not why we're here. But a video will be coming about these in the future. I'll probably shoot that at some point here in the next couple days. We'll see what happens. But the reason we're here is because of this fat legal envelope right here. So this package is from eBay. I figured that I would unbox this on camera because it might be of interest to some of you that are maybe wrestling historians, collect wrestling memorabilia, as I do. So why don't we just get on into it. I'm gonna keep keep that facing down. I haven't blacked out the address or anything. Alright, hopefully, yes, okay. Don't know why the hell. Some people that package stuff on eBay are weird. I'm not really sure what the deal is with the random piece of cardboard is. Alright. This I understand a little bit more. This one, for protection, comic books and such. Alright, so what we have here is a WWF wrestling program circa 1979, November 19th, to be exact. I don't know, depending on who you are and, what age you are, you might not be super familiar with these. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these are the programs that they used to sell at the wrestling matches themselves. So this obviously was a Madison Square Garden event from Monday, November 19th, 1979, like I had mentioned earlier. Obviously, price, $1. For some reason, I was thinking that this one would be a WWF magazine, but I guess I'm wrong. Magazine. Program, excuse me. But got some nice old black and white shots right there. Looks like we got some pictures and a little listing there with where Ivan Putski and Dusty Rhodes and Cowboy Bill Watts are from. Mil Mascares, there's a Mexican wrestling legend. Chavo Guerrero Sr., obviously, not Junior. I assume, eventually, your attention please. Throwing objects at a sporting event is a cowardly act, and anyone caught will be arrested and prosecuted by the wrestling club. The throwing of anything, regardless of how small, can injure someone. Fans are urged to clap hands, to holler, to cheer, to even boo, but not to throw anything. Please remember this, fans, and restrain yourselves in the future. For your own safety and protection, please avoid physical contact with the wrestlers. Please remain in your seat and keep the aisles clear when the wrestlers are walking to and from the ring. The police officers in attendance will strictly enforce this rule, and violators will be prosecuted. That's fucking hilarious, given all the stories that we've heard back from like the 60s and 70s and fans, taking swings at heels and, getting the hell beat out of them and such. So that's hilarious and cool all at the same time. Looks like Ivan Putski, Santana, winning the tag titles. Picture of Dusty Rhodes right there. Dominic DeNucci. Wow, okay. Dominic DeNucci and Tito Santana. That's kind of cool. If you're not too familiar with older pro wrestling, Dominic DeNucci just passed away here in the last week or two. So that's obviously very unfortunate. I didn't know that was going to be in here. Got some pictures of Bob Backlund, Antonio Inoki, Santana and Ivan Putski, and others. There's a good shot of Pat Patterson. A wrestling t-shirt. Only $6, including all postage. Wow. Wish I could get wrestling swag like that. Alright, so this is actually the main reason I got it. This is the wrestling card from the event that this would have been from. Now, I've looked at a lot of these, and I'm planning on adding some more to my collection. As you can see, whoever had this, assuming that they were actually at the event, I would assume that's how you got these. You can see that they wrote W's to next to every person that won, it appears. The top one for the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title looks like it ended in a draw, or a bloody draw, as this person put out. So, obviously, even some modern fans might know this. Wrestling, especially old school wrestling, was notorious for their bleeding and their brawls. WWF, it's kind of weird watching it today with the PG product and them not wanting blood and whatnot, because it was literally a promotion that in some ways was built from the blood of their performers. But I guess we might as well go through this. So at the bottom here, we had Handsome Jimmy Valiant versus Captain Lou Albano. It looks like Albano was the one that won. We had Larry Zbyszko versus Johnny Rodz. Looks like Zbyszko took that one. Dave O'Hannon versus David Von Erich. David Von Erich took the W. Bulldog Brower and Dominic DeNucci. DeNucci got the W there. The Great Haas and Chief J Strongbow. The Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship return match. Pat Patterson and Ted DiBiase. That's interesting. That's the... Sorry, guys. A little bit of an interruption there. So the Intercontinental title match would appear that whoever was doing this didn't write down the winner of that one. World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship matches. Johnny Valiant and Jerry Valiant. Luscious Johnny Valiant and Gentleman Jerry Valiant, excuse me. Taking on Tito Santana and Ivan Putski. Looks like they retained. Swede Hansen and Dusty Rhodes. Special attraction. Doesn't... no stipulation or anything. Except for the occasional cage match. Back in the day, you didn't really get much for stipulations, at least in the WWF. Special referees, certain things like that, but you didn't get the hardcore and the Hell in a Cell thing. That was not even a thought. And then, like I said, the main event, Bob Backlund versus Bad Boy Bobby Duncombe. And obviously went to a draw, but in the case of a draw, Bob Backlund would retain said championship. Over here, the next spectacular Madison Square Garden wrestling card will be on Monday, December 17th, 1979, at 8:30 p.m. Got the channels that you could watch. For fans who are interested in mail order services, looks like something to do with getting tickets for future events. Pictures of your favorite wrestlers for sale by mail, $1 each. Let's see what we got here. Several Andre the Giants, Bob Backlund, Big Ben, Dino Bravo, Bobo Brazil, Bruiser Brody. That would have been cool to have, to get some of these old photos, that the actual ones that they were shipping, not just like reprints or anything. Superstar Billy Graham, he would be a cool one. Stan Hansen, Ivan Koloff, Ernie Ladd, Frankie Lane, and Dutch Martel. That's interesting. Mil Mascares, Gorilla Monsoon. Not just a great commentator, but he was quite the wrestler back in the day too. I don't know how to describe it. You guys just have to go back and watch some of his matches. He was involved in quite a few bloody affairs from what I've seen. Dusty Rhodes, Bruno Sammartino. I gotta get some type of memorabilia from Bruno Sammartino. Maybe one of these really, really old 8x10s. I don't know that I could. I've seen his signature, and it's expensive. I've got a reprint of X-Men #1 signed by Stan Lee. The signature is authenticated. I think it cost me like $120 or $130. Bruno's signature, I've seen it for more than that. So there's all the wrestlers that you could have gotten back in the day for $1 each. Now autographed 8x10s, depending on who they are, start at around $10 or $15. Bobby Duncan, Pat Patterson with what looks to be the inaugural Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship title. Boy, how that's evolved since then as far as the way the belts look. Luscious Johnny Valiant, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, and Gentleman Jerry Valiant. Captain Lou Albano right there. My apologies if I'm butchering any of these names. Chief J. Strongbow, Ted DiBiase, Larry, and more Dominic DeNucci. Subscribe to the official wrestling magazine, the official magazine of wrestling. I kind of miss flipping through old magazines and stuff like this. Well, Larry Zbyszko, it looks like that's about it for the inside. Got the, actually okay, it's not the same pictures, but it's the same exact wrestlers, but that will do it. I just wanted to show you guys that. I thought that you guys might find that interesting. I've got another card, I think, from Madison Square Garden on the way. It's just a little pan flip thing, but I'll probably film that. But that'll do it for this. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep doing more stuff like this in the future. But that'll do it for now. Oh, and stay tuned for me. I've already unboxed them, but these championship belts right here, I'll be going over those and giving you the rundown just of what they are. And also, this bad boy right here, Samoa Joe NXT autographed card. Back is basically the COA, guaranteeing authentication. If you want to win this, go ahead and in the video before this, the interview with the Wrestling Geek, go there and go in the comments section and just leave a comment, a question that I can answer on the podcast, and you will be entered to win this. I'm going to go ahead and extend it by a week. The deadline was supposed to be this Thursday. We're going to go ahead and extend that by a week because we're just not... There hasn't been anyone that's put in for it, to be perfectly honest. So go ahead and leave a fucking comment. You might end up being the one and only person that does. You'd be guaranteed to win it. So, yeah, if you're interested, leave a comment, question for the podcast that I can answer on the air. I'd love to get... involvement and audience involvement, and that'll do it, and I will talk to you guys next time.